So I am on my way home. I took my pharmacy technician exam for the absolute last time and I passed, y'all. I am a certified drug dealer. It felt like my third time was a lot easier than like any other times. My shit says preliminary score, pass. What does it say? Right there, preliminary score, pass. What? So happy. I literally threw my arms up right when I was done with my test. Like, I slid my chair back and I was like, yes, yes. And everybody in the room was looking at me crazy. For those that have not watched my other videos, my other pharmacy videos, I didn't take a class. There's actually an app that I used. It's $5 for the entire app. Like, you can get it from the app store. It's so, you can set the app up like as if you were taking the actual test. It's so helpful. I did not use a book, so do not ask me, what book did you use? What book did you use a book? I did not use a book. I don't like to use books. I don't like to read. I didn't take a class, so, because I'm not spending fucking $1,500 to sit in a fucking class and a motherfucker provide me work. Like, that's just extra homework to me. So it's like, I'd rather get my own materials, which was a $5 app, and my lead technician, close to closing, she would give me math problems and like, she would really help me, you know what I'm saying? And I'm so grateful for that. Like, oh my gosh, like somebody that actually wants to fucking help you, you know what I'm saying? Rather than to just tell you, oh, you better pass. This one that I took, mine didn't really have that much math. Mine literally probably only had, well, mine didn't have like IVs and shit like that, which is shit that's hard as fuck. For me, mine had a lot of billing and reimbursement questions, like common sense questions, like literally one of my questions was, where do you put the needle on a syringe? At the tip, nigga. Like, what the like, it was literally that simple. I'm like, you ever had a question that's so easy that you're literally like, I don't know if that's the right answer. Nah, that's too late. 2 + 2 is 4. Nah, let me double check my work. That's just way too easy. So we're like that. I only had like 4 drug names. Some of the drugs on there I didn't know. Like, I'm like, I don't know if this is a new drug or what. There was one question where they asked me a couple questions about like, what happens, like what are some side effects of taking certain drugs, and I just don't know that kind of shit. Like, oh, which foods should you not take if you're taking Adderall or something? Like, I don't fucking know. Well, I feel like a lot of the questions, the answer was in the question. Like, one of my questions were like, which program would a pharmacy technician go to if blah blah blah? And let's say two of the answers were like a book, but it's like, it's asking for a program, so you know it has to be, it's not a book if it's a program, if that makes sense, you know what I mean? It's most likely kind of questions, you know. It's not necessarily maybe your answer is wrong. It's more so like, which one is more right, not necessarily which one's just right. You know what I'm saying? Any degrees Celsius, Fahrenheit questions, none at all. I didn't get any allegations. I got 2 DEA questions, like how to validate a DEA, like, and I got those right. I know I got those shits right. That's kind of it. I didn't get any Clark's Law, Clark's Rule, or who's the other person? Clark and Young's Law. When I got to like question 89, my heart was beating so fucking hard. I was like, if I swear to God, if I see this shit failed, like, I'm burning this fucking campus to the ground. That's about it, pretty much. Oh wait, I'm gonna show you guys that app. I'm gonna show you about the app. There it is. You see where it says PTCE? Here is the app, that PTCE. This is the app that I used to study for my exam. It's called PTCE Pocket Prep. I'll put it in the description box. I guess that's a little better. This is the app. So for those that have not taken the exam, when you get your results, what your score looks like you don't get a review of how you did or anything. This is basically what you get. These are the categories of the test. And this is the app as well. So basically, like, let's say you scored less, like, you'll get, when you actually take the exam and you look at your score, when they post your actual legitimate score, it'll say like medication safety, you got 3 out of 5 or something like that. That's the lowest you scored in. So what you can do is, you see how all these are checked? You can literally uncheck everything so that only medication safety is checked, and then you go to next, and however many questions you want, however many questions you want to practice, it goes up to 100, and you can time yourself. You can also flag questions, like if you want to come back to it later. But let's do 5, for instance. And you can also select whether you want the app to show you the answers as you take the test, or if you want to take the test and then, like, after you submit your score, then it'll show you which ones you got wrong. So let's say, for instance, okay, so the first question, which of the following is listed on the Joint Commission's do not use list? I'm just gonna, because I really don't know that answer, so I'm just going to select one. Score says 20%, which is horrible, right? Okay, so then you click on medication safety. It'll show you which ones you got wrong, and it'll also explain to you why you got it wrong. So this one, MedWatch is overseen by which of the following organizations? You click on show explanation, and it'll literally explain to you why that's the good answer. Okay, it's kind of showing. Okay. Alright, so yeah. And like I said, if you want to use the whole app, it's only $5 for the entire app. To me, it's genius. You know, it's convenient. You can take, it's on your phone, so literally you can take it anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to carry a book around and all that. And that's why I like to use it. It's helped a lot, in my opinion. Like I said, I like to kind of self-teach myself. So does that make sense? Self-teach myself. Anyway, but you know, I just think it worked for me. You know, if you're better in like a school environment, then, you know, do you. But this helped me, saved me a shitload of money, so I passed it. So I'm good. It's I'm so relieved that I passed that, because that was bothering me for the longest. Like, yeah. That's the app. I recommend it, but it's just my thing, my opinion. So yeah. All right.